Front row, Dale.
Dale Matthews, Grants Pass. So the state has handed down brand new forecasts for us, and the county commissioners have reacted very strongly to this. In fact, Commissioner Heck said it was a bombshell, that according to the information as I understand it, our numbers, our forecast numbers have dropped down by 30%, maybe more. You adopted these numbers, and so did the county a handful of years ago. It does make you wonder, by what criteria did we adopt those numbers? Not only by what criteria did the state decide that these were the proper numbers, but how did we evaluate that they were correct? Because now we hear, just a few years later, gee, those numbers are way, way off. So you're going to adopt these new numbers, and then you're going to predict 30 years out instead of 20 years out. I would suggest to you that this is a very important story. It has to do with the future of our city, with the urban growth boundary, of course, with what's going to happen with schools, what's going to happen with our roads, what's going to happen with all of our infrastructure, SDCs, the hated SDCs, all these things. It's not a stupid story. It's not a boring story. Why isn't it in the newspaper? I mean, Jim Moore is sitting right back here. He writes for the Daily Courier. He is awake. This story about this new population forecast has not been in the Daily Courier for the last month. We've got a good guy sitting here from KJO, but KJO hasn't run a single story about it as well. Is it stupid and boring? Is it not a story? It's apparently not a story because it hasn't been in either one of our so-called media. I said about Brian Mortensen from KJO, used to be the news director, that guy couldn't find a story if it was pasted on his bottom and he had both hands and a flashlight. No, it's not nice. It's not nice not to cover the news. It's not nice to say that this is not a news story. It's not nice to not have a single story, UGB, yes, but population forecasts, not even in the newspaper. What's happening with our local media? You're concerned about this story. The commissioners are concerned about this story. All good citizens should be concerned about this story, but they're not going to read about it in the newspaper. Why?
Yes, sir.